Hello, I'm Philip Duncan. Thank you for joining us. Well, we're tracking a stormy weekend that's on the way. We've got an ANZAC Day update and also a sneak peek for next week. Let's kick off with the animated wind map. You can see the southwest change moving around the northern part of New Zealand, bringing in a couple of very early showers on Wednesday. The low itself very large, but very, very weak, and it's falling apart as it moves away, and high pressure is rolling on in, at least for some part of the country, because not everyone will be under high pressure. By Thursday, you can see why. The high is up here in the northern part of the Tasman Sea or central areas. It's affecting the North Island probably more than the lower South Island, which is a lot closer to the stormy weather in the Southern Ocean. But for ANZAC Day itself, it looks pretty good across New Zealand. There are just a few showers, little isolated ones, pretty much anywhere around the eastern coastline of the North Island, from Northland right down to Waitat Upper. And in the South Island, it's mostly dry, but there will be some rain over in Fiordland that will set in later in the day. And a few showers will spread up the coastline, but it is still looking mostly dry and warm. Because of this wind flow, many places are warming up over the next few days, warmer than average, in fact, right through until pretty much about Saturday. So on Friday, this is why it's warming up. You've got this big high to the north and this warm northwest wind building. At the same time, we've got this storm down here in the Southern Ocean. It's our first kind of big one of the season, and it's coming right up close to us. It'll be bringing in severe weather this weekend, likely gale force winds around central New Zealand and the Southern Alps. That's sort of the Cook Strait area and the Southern Alps. We've got heavy rain for the west coast and potentially a burst of snow and cold air at the end of the weekend. So as you can see, as we kick off though on Friday, it's mostly settled and dry, and it's certainly warm. It changes on Saturday though. In come the rain clouds on the west coast, heavy falls, watch for potential rain warnings. Watch for potential wind warnings further north and around Cook Strait as well, strong to gale force northwesterlies. And in the North Island, it's actually fairly settled, but those northwest winds, they certainly do pick up across the day. They'll become strong to gale force around Wellington and other exposed areas. But if you're up around Hawke's Bay, your daytime high could be around 24 degrees on Saturday with sunny weather and warm nor'westers. So I don't think everyone will be complaining. It is mostly dry and warm around the eastern side of the South Island as well. Look at the rainfall over the next few days ahead. This area in bright blue, you're talking anywhere sort of 150 to 200 millimetres of rain for this area south, pretty much south of the glaciers. Further north of that, you're up around the 50 millimetre mark. In the North Island, there's some leftover showers which are clearing away now from Hawke's Bay. That's why your rainfall totals are a little bit higher. And New Plymouth, or at least Mount Taranaki, will get caught up in that Saturday, Sunday rain coming in on the west coast. So some of these areas that need rain, like Waikato, again, you're only getting a little bit, but it is all slowly, gradually adding up slowly. On Sunday, another burst of rain comes back, another burst of strong winds come back. There'll be some patchy rain overnight Saturday and into Sunday morning for the North Island. It may not be very much, as we just saw. Perhaps a little bit heavier though than that rain map indicated, because that really only goes up till the end of Saturday, and that rain looks like it's more Saturday night, Sunday morning. And then next week, Monday, well, a lot of this weather is really setting in a very typical autumn way. Windy sou'westers, cold around the southern half of the South Island. Daytime highs only just making double digits. Heavy snow up on the mountains. So we're going to be getting wind warnings, rain warnings, probably some sort of snow warnings, or at least some sort of alpine forecast in there, and marine warnings as well. So a very busy weekend coming up. Next week, however, once we get past this windy, cold beginning of the week, this big high is likely to be rolling in for the rest of the week. That is all from me. I'm away on Friday. I'm not as smart as Mark Leishman, who I work with at Country TV. He managed to do that whole 3-day off this week, and so he's got a 10-day week. I was too late, and so I couldn't get the whole time. So I've just got Friday off, which I'm going to enjoy. So I've got a 4-day weekend. I will see you again, all of you, next Monday with a detailed forecast as we go through to the end of the month and the start of May.